They had known each other since childhood before they got married. The girl in the red dress is my sister. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef system. I understand your concern. Answer the phone when it rings. He always complains about his job. What a great performance. He is taller than his brother. She was singing a song at the talent show. The message was written on a piece of paper. Unless it's urgent, I'll come to the meeting. They won the game because they had a great strategy. He needs to find a job. He has to study for the exam. If you work late, you should take a break to rest. How fascinating. His painting hangs on the wall. Before becoming a writer, she worked as a teacher. I wish I could fly like a bird. He has to finish his project before the deadline. Sarah has been taking dance lessons for a year. That's incredible. She's cooking dinner for the family. Will you be able to look after my cat next week? We will start the meeting as soon as everyone arrives. I called my friend on the phone. How bright. He visited his family in another country. I can write properly. The new phone is lighter than the old one. He can call you later. T-Rex is the largest dinosaur ever. He was able to fix the broken computer. He talks to himself when he's nervous. He opened the door for his friend. Do you know how to dance? I found myself singing along to the song. He's not planning a trip, is he? The movie was so funny and I couldn't help laughing. They want to learn to play the piano. We are planning to go on vacation next month. If they don't pay the bill, the electricity will be cut off. The piano is the hardest instrument to learn. The boy with glasses is the class president. I need to study for the exam, she told him. They want to visit their grandparents. The ostrich is the fastest bird on land. She drew a picture for her art class. Mary is the nicest person I know. You prefer the blue one. He did not pass the test because he did not understand the subject. I wish I had remembered to call my mother. Have you seen this movie before? He can speak English fluently. We were watching a movie in the cinema. This exercise is easier than the previous one. They will be able to find a solution to the problem. If he calls, tell him I'm busy. The girl standing there is my sister. We had fun with the movie marathon. We have lived in this city for 5 years. English is easier than French. When he saves enough money, he will buy a new car. She likes to dance in her spare time. They can't wait to visit the museum. He knows the answer. If they found the treasure, they would be rich. He has been reading for hours. The children were playing hide and seek. It smells delicious. He wishes he could swim like a fish. He's swimming in the pool. The car I saw yesterday was a blue sedan. He can't go out because he's grounded. I cannot believe my eyes. If you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. If I don't set an alarm, I'll sleep too much. It can be a busy day at work. Contains vitamins and minerals. He can come to the party tonight. The book I'm reading is really interesting. He likes ice cream, and so do I. He has to study for the exam. We had a car, but we sold it. The game was played by children. He blamed himself for not working hard enough. They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. If I was taller, I could reach the top shelf. You didn't tell anyone, did you? If he calls me, I will answer the phone. You are a student, aren't you? We relaxed ourselves with ice cream. He doesn't eat meat. Would they go hiking in the mountains? Black coffee is stronger than white. We picnic in the summer. We must hurry or we will miss the train. What a breathtaking view. He always talks to himself in the mirror. We will leave the house as soon as we finish packing. Can you speak French? The boy playing football in the park is really good. They like to watch movies on weekends. When we got to the venue, the concert had already started. We value honesty. He has to take his kids to school every morning. If he buys a ticket, he can enter the concert. If it's hot, drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. If it snows tomorrow, we can go skiing. If he had a guitar, he would play in a band. More talented than her sister. He was washing the dishes after dinner. English is easier than French. I wish I had bought that book when I had the chance. When I'm hungry, I make myself a sandwich. She knows how to cook. When the sun goes down, the sky turns orange. The house they build is quite large. The boy standing there is my cousin. It belongs to the government. As soon as the weather clears, we'll go for a walk. They were dancing at the party. Had he ever been to Australia before his business trip? They want to visit Paris next summer. Have you been listening to music all day? The man talking to your mother is my father. His house is further away than ours. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. I won't be able to attend the meeting tomorrow. We must hurry or we will miss the train. He was happy to be promoted. When we got to the venue, the concert had already started. If we finish early, we can go for a walk. The house was rented to a family. Could you please drop me off at the airport? T-Rex is the largest dinosaur ever. The violin is the most sensitive musical instrument. The cake was beautifully decorated. If I had a better memory, I would remember people's names. He won't lend you his laptop, will he? If it rained tomorrow, we would stay at home. We watched movies all day. The dog barking in the garden is annoying. As soon as the rain stops, we will go for a walk. The letter was delivered to the wrong address. If there is traffic on the road, I will be late. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant. You should drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. The error was fixed immediately. The piano is the hardest instrument to learn. The book is very difficult for me to understand. He talks to himself when he's nervous. I am cold. If it's warm tomorrow, we'll go to the beach. The computer was accidentally shut down. He has to study for his exam tomorrow. You can't pass the exam if you don't study. I will go to the party tomorrow. Can you help me with this project? If I had more time, I would travel the world. He wishes he hadn't lost his passport. Can you lend me some money? Asked. Can you come to the party tomorrow? If you work hard, you will be successful. It costs a lot of money. He wishes he could swim like a fish. They go to school on their bikes. He cut himself while preparing dinner. It can be a dangerous situation. They are playing football in the park. They may need your help. The teacher who teaches math is very strict. They've been traveling around Europe for a month. He looks confident. He wants to adopt a pet. If I had more money, I would buy a new car. The letter was delivered to the wrong address. The team worked hard for the match, so they were confident. He will play the piano at the concert. We had fun on vacation. They said we've been waiting for an hour. If I had a better memory, I would remember people's names. He used to wear glasses, but he had laser eye surgery. The problem was reported to the administrator. If it rains, we'll stay inside. How peaceful. He always talks to himself in the mirror. The tall building is more impressive than the short one. We have to water the plants. The restaurant we went to last week had delicious food. If they had tickets, they would have gone to the concert. They may decide to cancel the event. He always wears a suit to work. My sister was driving the car. We were studying together in the library. When he saves enough money, he will buy a new computer. He's going to cook for us tonight. We must pay attention to the environment. How strong. Please be quiet, she told him. What a beautiful day. He will study English at university. Mary is the nicest person I know. We usually go on vacation in the winter. We visit our relatives during the holidays. They didn't watch the football game, did they? They were playing cards at the table. This pizza tastes better than the one we ate last week. He worked until late last night. If you don't use sunscreen, you'll get sunburned. We watched the movie twice. My family goes to work by bus. We love going to concerts. The blue dress is more beautiful than the green one. We trust our friends. If I had his number, I would call him. When the music starts, start dancing. He lost his wallet. He will start a new job next week. He had lived in that city for 10 years before moving to the countryside. He could pass the exam very well. He has to finish his project before the deadline. If I had known you were coming, I would have made a cake. Yellow flowers are brighter than white ones. His car is very expensive. My father is the strongest man I have ever seen in my life. He will visit his grandparents during the holidays. I wish I had met you earlier. You look tired today. The concert starts at 20:00. They rode their bikes in the park. I take a nap when I'm feeling tired. The Sahara Desert is the hottest desert in the world. Extraordinary. He wished he hadn't bought those expensive shoes. Students were discussing a topic in class. He poured himself a cup of coffee. If we save money, we can go on vacation. The yellow butterfly is more beautiful than the white one. Apples are larger than cherries. If I had a better memory, I would remember people's names. I'm proud. We'll meet at the restaurant, right? The house was rented to a family. The concert was watched by a large audience. He opened the door for his friend. The coffee shop is busier than usual. When it rains, I like to stay home and read a book. He blamed himself for the missed opportunity. The sun rises from the east. There aren't enough chairs for everyone. We listened to music in the car. He forgot to bring his homework. Can you speak French? Black coffee is stronger than white. We can go shopping after work. My friends were laughing at a funny joke. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. Do you know the guy who fixed our roof? My sister is younger than me. He has great talent. I wish I could fly like a bird. The baby is sleeping soundly in his crib. We understand the instructions. You should exercise regularly for your health. The dog I adopted from the shelter is very friendly. You look tired. The house that Jack built is now for sale. He can call you later. The woman living next door is a doctor. We motivated ourselves to finish the race. He needs to buy a new computer. If the weather is cold, wear a thick jacket. Have you ever been to Paris before your trip last year? He lived in a small village. You didn't see him yesterday, did you? They used to go shopping every Saturday. I lost my keys again. The house that Jack built is now for sale. The painting was made by a famous painter. We can go for a walk this weekend. I will help you with your project, provided you ask nicely. If I finish my work early, I will go to the cinema. They can go to the beach tomorrow. I understand your concern. Could you please help me with this heavy box? His hair is longer than mine. He was able to lift the heavy box. The coffee is too hot to drink immediately. They've been discussing this issue for hours. The movie interests him. He lost his wallet. They visited Paris, we visited. He will be happy if you buy him flowers. Eating out every day is very expensive. He reminded himself to go grocery shopping. Is this a shop where we can go grocery shopping? The teacher is explaining the lesson to the students. If I had more energy, I would go for a run. I challenged myself to run a marathon. Have you seen the last episode of the show? Asked. The movie will start in 10 minutes. The movie was watched by millions of people. They want to visit the beach. We will go on vacation next year. If you don't understand a word, check the dictionary. He could have won the lottery. I often visit my elders. Wake up immediately when the alarm goes off. They visited their grandparents' house. Do you like cooking? We will be able to meet you at the airport. She is knitting a scarf for her grandmother. He needs to fix the leaky faucet. That's incredible. If I had a better job, I would travel more. If they knew the answer, they would have told us. The music is too loud for me to concentrate. I was thinking about your suggestion. The girl who plays the piano is very talented. She wished she had bought that dress when it was on sale. You must arrive on time for the appointment. Can you help me with this project? Sharks are the deadliest predators in the ocean. He took a picture of the sunset. He blamed himself for the mistake. He has been reading for hours. He bought new shoes. I'll call you later, he said. Can you speak louder, please? If I see a good book, I buy it. The doctor who treated me was very kind. You look tired. Jenny works in the garden. The message has been misunderstood by the reader. He was jogging in the park. I can't wait. I watch movies when I'm bored. The team is working hard for the competitions. Do you like cooking? He hates spiders. I wish I had seen the sunset yesterday. If he had more friends, he would be happier. He listens to his favorite songs on the radio. Sarah has been taking dance lessons for a year. If he passed the driver's license test, he would buy a car. The girl who plays the piano is very talented. We can throw a party at my house. They can't wait to visit the museum. Had they finished their work before the deadline? Could you please turn off the lights before you go? White snow is colder than yellow. The movie was watched by millions of people. The book fell off the shelf by itself. I can meet my friends for lunch. You can't pass the exam if you don't study. I was writing letters to my grandparents. They didn't go shopping, did they? Italian cuisine was served in the restaurant. I wish I could time travel. They go to school on their bikes. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? He is jogging in the park. He will play the piano at the concert. Can you lend me your pen, please? He used to work in a factory, but now he has his own business. He was fixing his car in the garage. If he finishes his work, he will come to the party. He has to take his kids to school every morning. The baby is sleeping soundly in his crib. Do you know swimming? He has already read that book. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. He doesn't speak Spanish, does he? The team is working hard for the competitions. I want to go to the park, my friends want to go there too. If you study regularly, you will improve your grades. He was able to find his lost keys. We were watching a movie in the cinema. We sang karaoke at the party. He was able to memorize the lyrics. He plays basketball with his brother. When we got to the station, the train had already left. If he had more time, he would learn to play the guitar. This is the most expensive car on the market. They are studying for the math exam. He looks nervous. They drank too much coffee and couldn't sleep. My father drives a blue car. Students are studying for the exam. They had eaten before going to the movies. They were rehearsing for the school play. She's cooking dinner for us. I'll meet you at the library. When it rains, I like to stay home and read a book. The movie was too scary for me to watch it to the end. We must be careful when crossing the street. He doesn't want to go to the zoo, and neither do I. For a balanced diet, you should eat more fruits and vegetables. The message was ignored by the recipient.